Hello there. If you're watching this video, that means that you're a broker owner in a real estate company, or thinking about opening your own brokerage, or maybe you're a top team running a brokerage within a brokerage. Hi, I'm Rob Campbell. My wife and I, we used to own RE/MAX offices. We had 15 of them throughout Tennessee back in the day. And we also had mortgage companies and title companies and insurance companies and signing drafts. We sold all those about 12 years ago because we saw a change in the industry. It's getting harder and harder and harder for broker owners to compete with technology and new innovative ideas coming out, because as broker owners and franchises, it's been done the same way for decades. We felt like that with the change coming with all the technology in the industry, it was better for us to sell everything, and we did. Boy, I'm glad we did too. We got into coaching and training brokerages, helping them grow their brokerages, top teams, how to evolve their teams, and individual agents, doing that privately on the side, even entrepreneurs, helping them grow and expand their business, until a few years ago when we saw a different concept, a different way to grow and build something different. You see, the reason we were so successful in RE/MAX is because we did not follow the RE/MAX system. We had our own overlay on top of the RE/MAX system, which made us so successful within the RE/MAX platform. Brings me to the next piece. Why are you watching this video? And the reason could be that you're a broker owner and you're looking at what's the next steps in owning my brokerage. Some broker owners want to expand and grow their business. Well, if you're wanting to expand and grow, that means you need to bring more agents on into your organization. You need to train them and coach them if that's the model that you do. You have to provide value to those agents in order to do it. Services, tools, resources, all of that. Well, that comes at a cost. The more tools and resources value you give agents, the more it costs you, the more agents you have to bring on in order to cover that cost. And you have to keep recruiting more agents to replace the ones that have left every year. So it's a constant fight in that world. And if you're thinking about opening a brokerage, well, it used to be that opening your own brokerage had some status and clout to it. Well, that game is changing, especially with all the technology in this. And that's one of the reasons why my wife and I, for years, did not open another brokerage. We just did the consulting thing. Well, something changed about 6 years ago. A good friend of ours, he came to us. He was a top guy at Keller Williams, and he was one of the early adopters of the Keller Williams model. And he introduced us to a different concept called eXp Realty. And I turned him down. Said, nope, not interested. I don't want to get involved in another real estate platform. They're all the same. And he says, not this one. You need to take a hard look at it. So I did. And when I did look at it and took a deep dive into it to understand how it operates, I really understood that we can do things even bigger than just agents coming on to a real estate platform. I can help broker owners structure their business differently. I mean, think about it. As a broker owner, why did you open your own brokerage? There's a reason you did it. Well, number one, you wanted control, right? You wanted 100% of your own commissions, right? You wanted to be able to leverage agents and maybe create a retirement income or build an asset that you own, someday possibly to sell it. It used to be that you could get all those things from opening a brokerage. In today's world, not so much. It is very high risk. The amount of tools, resources, technology you need to provide your agents to keep them is expensive. And the overhead is going through the roof. There's lots of different options out there. And when I talk to brokers, one of the things that I'm saying is, what is your exit strategy down the road? Even younger brokers, oh, you're young today, you don't even think about exit. What's your end game? There's gotta be one. You're not gonna sell real estate for the rest of your life until you die. Well, some do, but wouldn't you want to enjoy what you've built? Or maybe you build it up and give it to a family member. Well, usually these kids these days don't want it. They've seen what mom and dad had to do. They don't want any part of that. And as a parent of a brokerage, do you really want to give your kids the risk and liability and the overhead that you've had to deal with all these years? Probably not. The other option is you grow it and you make some money and you build up a nest egg and make investments, and then you just close the doors. Well, why? You built up all that credibility in the industry, and now you're just going to shut it down? What if there was another option, another tool, another way to grow that? Well, I've taken the eXp Realty model and put our own overlay on top of it, especially for broker owners in the real estate industry. Since we understand broker owners, we understand what they go through and how to make that transition, because yes, it's a big transition from owning your own brokerage to doing something different. But what if you could do it differently? What if you could actually partner with your agents instead of leverage them? What if you could build an asset that you own and you have stock ownership in the company, and as you're growing this entity, you're able to back off and go travel and see the world and go fishing or whatever you're wanting to accomplish in life and still get an income off the fruits of your labor? What if there was a way to transition that you built to your family when you pass away? That's what this offers, something unique and different, and even the ability to do it in bigger scale all across the country and around the world. My wife and I, we have agents in 32 states and 7 countries around the world today, and could not have done that under a Remax brand or a Keller Williams or a Cole Banker or even my own private brand, because that's not the way the old school way of real estate was built. This is different. So let me kind of walk you through the company, how it works and how it operates, and even give you a glimpse of our group in EXP. We're the Grow Global group in EXP, and we put our own overlay on top of it to help provide more tools, more resources, private events, specialty get-togethers, not just the high-tech touch, which they do a phenomenal job at, but also provide even more on top of that. So let me get into that and show you how this might work for you. So one of the things that caught my attention when I was looking at this model is, instead of having the hierarchy of a franchise or a brick and mortar model where you got the franchise models up top, or you got the broker owner up top, and then you have all these other costs involved. In the franchise, you got the franchise, the international, the regional, the local owner, the broker owner, and then you've got the agents down at the bottom. If you have your own brokerage, you've got your brokerage, you're the risk, you're taking on the liability, you're taking on all the overhead, you're cutting all the checks, and you're taking on all the lawsuits, you're having to sign all the leases, and then you got the agents. Well, what if there was a way to flip the script? What if you could put the agents on top and you're working with an engine that helps you to grow your business, keep your culture, keep your branding, but grow it in a bigger scale? That's what this has to offer in a unique way. And that's where we come to our EXP world. They built this on a virtual environment. Instead of doing the brick and mortar model, and you can still have a brick and mortar office with the EXP. As a matter of fact, there's no franchise cost. They'll let you open your own branch office for free pretty much. You just have to pay for the cost of the licensing and stuff, but you don't have to pay franchise fees or nothing. You can open a branch office if you want to, but this is built to run without it, because all the tools and resources and training that you're normally used to in a real estate company, they do it virtually online. You have a little avatar, you walk into the accounting department, the transaction department, the training center, the broker support. Everything you normally get in a real estate company is in this virtual office from your computer. Now, I'm old school. That took me a minute to get my mind wrapped around it. Matter of fact, it took me 3 months to get my mind wrapped around it, because I just thought differently in the brokerage world. That's the way we've always done it for decades. Well, once I did get my arms wrapped around this and saw the speed and agility of this company and how it works, it's unbelievable. I had an agent the other day that called me up and said, hey, I need some help on this, this, and this. I said, well, let's jump in the world. On my computer, right then, we jump in the world. We talk to somebody, get it solved in minutes without even leaving my desk. It was crazy. So it's an unbelievable way to grow, build, and support real estate agents. And think about it. When I owned my own brokerage, I had to do all this. I had to handle the 11 o'clock calls at night and all the problems and the things that come up and cutting the checks and escrow accounts and all that. I don't have to do that anymore. The company handles all of that, which leaves me freed up to do the things that actually make money. And if you think about it, if in your own brokerage, what makes you money? Selling real estate and leveraging agents who are selling real estate. Well, here, the company takes care of all the risk and liability and overhead that you don't have to do. They take care of all the licensing in all 50 states and around the world. So all you have to do are the 2 things that make money: sell real estate and leverage agents who are selling real estate, leveraging agents in multiple cities, multiple states, and multiple countries. So the growth rate of this company has been phenomenal. When I got started, it was about 5,000 agents. We're 88,000 plus agents now and growing rapidly. And one of the few companies is actually growing like this. We've been featured as top movers, top companies, top production, and multiple rankings in the industry. We have our enterprise, which when agents join, they get a back office right on their computer that has links to everything that they need to run their business in one suite. In there is SkySlope. We use SkySlope as our paperless system where you can go start to finish with paperless to run your business, and we'll teach you how to do that. As a matter of fact, my group actually has trainers that will come in and teach you and your agents exactly how to run that, the SkySlope technology. Live trainings. Think about this. As a broker owner, you have to provide trainings or your agents are going to go somewhere and get it somewhere else. Here, the company does over 50 hours of live trainings every week. These are sales and listings trainings, lead generation, social media, CRM tools. Top level agents are doing these trainings. I had an agent tell me the other day that they went on one of these trainings, picked up one little nugget, applied that nugget, and they picked up a couple of deals just from that in that short period of time. So using these trainings is helping the agents to grow and build their business. And that's what we want. Us as broker owners, we want to help our agents sell more real estate, because in the real estate industry, whether you're your own broker owner or you're with this platform, sales have to be made for everything to work. And you'll see why in just a little bit. So we have our global network called Workplace by Facebook, and it's a closed-in system just with the EXP agents. And we're able to communicate just like Facebook, but just in this closed environment. Now, this platform is a miracle for growing and networking. And I'll tell you one example. Brought on an agent in Atlanta, Georgia. He was the #1 Keller Williams agent in his office when he came on with us. Well, he got into Workplace by Facebook, and he found some groups. Well, one of those groups was investors that work with agents. So agents that work with investors. Well, he gets in that group because he likes to work with investors. That was his niche. He got in that group and started commenting, say, hey, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I help investors down here. To this day, that was 6 years ago. To this day, he's getting 15 to 18 referrals every year from that group alone. So I'm teaching agents how to leverage the tools and resources in EXP, the networking piece, to get more referrals in their business. And think about it. You can niche almost anything. You can niche lakefront property, waterfront property, horse farms, in-town living, whatever, but you can also niche lifestyle, like dog-friendly agents, Jeep-owning agents, cigar-smoking agents, single moms, travel ball agents. I mean, there's so many different genres that you can leverage to help you grow and build your business. And that's one thing we do, is we teach you how to do that, how to build and grow your real estate business, leveraging the tools and resources. We also allow you to brand yourself. You don't have to brand the company straightforward. You can brand yourself as long as it's legal and compliant with the state. They require you to be legal and compliant with the state, but we want you to brand you, your branding in your advertising. The biggest thing that I hear from real estate agents is lead generation. Are you going to give me leads? Where can I get leads? How do I generate my own leads? Well, most of the top teams are doing this through technology platforms. They're spending a lot of money on technology platforms. KV Core, Sync, Boomtown, Zerple, Follow Up Boss with Ylope, a lot of different type of technology. Well, like for instance, if somebody went out to buy KV Core on their own, and anybody can do this, it's a $1,500 setup, it's $500 a month, and you got to sign a long-term agreement in order to get that. Well, that can be expensive for average agents to do. Now, if you're a team, it's going to cost you a lot more than that, than $500 a month for a whole team. But for individual agents, it's $500 a month. Well, here we provide every single EXP agent with a free KV Core platform. And on top of that, I've got staff that'll actually help you get it all set up, help you set up your website that's given to you through this platform, do the IDX feeds and everything to get set up with your MLS system, and do your keywords in there to attract business in. Funnel your database into a database management program, drip campaigns set up. We'll help you get all of that set up for you, because if your technology is set up for running and growing your business, then you can get light years ahead of your competition. Another thing that we'll do is we'll sit down and go over a business plan with you and help you grow and build your business, help you take the technology platform, your database, your niches, your social media posts, your lead generation systems. We'll teach you how to put all that together and grow your business with this technology. Another thing that EXP does is it has a EXP relocation business. So you can actually register and get certified with our EXP relocation to get leads from the company. We're taking a lot of relocation business away from the Coldwell Bankers, Century 21s, and those type of platforms because each of those are each office independently owned and operated. So they gotta work with all these independent offices. We're one company worldwide. They have one company to go to take care of their relocation business. So we're getting a lot of relocation business now, and they're feeding it back to the agents. EXP REO properties for bank-owned properties. We have an express offer platform that you can do cash offers to sellers. Imagine going into a seller and say, hey, I can list your home on the open market and I can give you cash offers today. So you have a new offering for sellers. EXP Honors Military Rewards, Making It Rain program to funnel leads to you. There's lots of different ways that the company helps you with lead generation. We also have our EXP Luxury program. If you're dealing with high-end property and luxury properties, our luxury program is specifically geared to you to help you with those high-end properties. We also have a calendar of training events in the back office. And if you want a guest pass, we can get you a guest pass, get you a login so that you can go in and see the trainings, check it out, take it for a test drive. We'll even walk you through and show you everything as a tour guide if you want us to. The next thing is for agents. We're constantly trying to find ways to give more value to agents. One of the things that EXP did was their EXP Agent Healthcare. Now imagine if you're attracting agents to your company, wouldn't you want to provide some benefits? Well, how about healthcare services? So, and I don't mean just, hey, go call this, company. We're talking about true huge discounts. And I'll tell you my story on this. My wife and I were on the exchange for our healthcare because we're both self-employed. We were paying $1,600 a month for a family of four, $8,000 deductible, and we weren't getting any subsidies because we were making too much money. So about 3.5, 4 years ago, EXP came out with their healthcare plan and we switched over to it. It changed our program to $650 a month for a family of four with a $2,500 deductible. Huge saving. I'm seeing where we're saving agents $500, $600, $700, $900 a month on their healthcare costs with these type of discounted nationwide programs. So that's a huge draw for you to bring agents into your groups, right? So, and I can go over different programs and plans on how to do that if you want more information on that. We also do weekly masterminds. Our Grow Global group has an overlay on top of EXP. Not only do they have all the trainings that EXP has, but we also have our own stuff that we're doing. We're getting top level agents that are doing phenomenal business all across the country. And weekly, we're getting in and sharing what they're doing, how they're doing it, giving the secrets away. Because we all know if we're owners of the company, we're all owners of the company, every agent's the owner, then now we can help them grow their business, which helps all of us. We're all now have a vested interest in the whole company growing because we're all owners in the company. So the company itself has been doing phenomenally well. If you put us up against the other competitors in the industry that are trying to do something different in technology, take out the other types of platforms, the ones that are really making a change, here we are, one of the most profitable ones out there. Many of them are losing tons of money, millions of dollars in the industry, and here we are doing really well and growing. So like I told you earlier, we're different. It's not like the old top-down model in the real estate industry. It's the agents partnering with the company for growth. And I'll tell you why. Instead of just getting paid one way in the real estate industry, agents here get paid three ways. Now think about that. If you're a broker owner, you're getting paid three ways. As a broker owner, you can sell real estate, of course. You can build up your value in your company, of course. And you can also leverage agents to get a piece of what they do. So you're getting paid three ways as a broker owner. But are your agents? No. What if you could partner with your agents and they can get the same benefits you're getting? Here's how. The first way is sales. Just like any other company, we have our real estate sales program. And here's how that plays out. Every experienced agent comes on at an 80-20 split to a 16,000 cap. Once you've paid in 16,000, you're now 100% for the rest of your anniversary year. Now, here's another thing that we do that nobody else does. Here, you can earn your 16,000 cap back with volume. If somebody caps out and does 20 additional sales in their anniversary year, that $16,000 they paid into the company comes back in stock every year. Nobody else can do that. All the other companies need that money to operate and pay all their overhead. We don't, so we can incentivize production here. And that's why we're bringing on top level producers, top agents, teams, and brokers to this platform. So it's a $149 one-time setup fee for an agent to come on board. Never pay that again. We have an $85 a month for an agent to be with us, and then there's transaction fees. And they start out at $25 broker review fee, $40 E&O insurance fee, so it covers errors and omissions insurance. So $65 per closing. Now that goes up when they cap. So when they cap, it goes to $250 a sale for 20 sales, then drops to $75 a deal after that. So that's commissions. You're able to earn commissions like anywhere else, right? Well, here's part two of what this works out as. We also have ownership. We're publicly traded in NASDAQ under EXPI. And you earn, as an agent here, you earn stock while you're selling real estate. First closing, they gift you stock. They want everybody to be an owner. You're giving them a stock account. It goes in that stock account. You have to hold it for 3 years for it to mature so you can cash it out. Anything that's gifted to you. The next thing is you have the option to purchase stock along the way. So you could take 5% of each commission check, purchase stock at a 10% discount each closing. A lot of agents using that as their tax savings account or retirement account or whatever. You can cash that out anytime because you bought it. We also have bonuses. Like I mentioned before, everybody's on an 80-20 split to a 16,000 cap. When you cap out and you go 100%, they give you more stock because they want everybody to achieve milestones. And then, like I said, you cap out and do 20 additional sales, you get that 16,000 back in stock. All this is building up in your stock account. The last way to earn stock is if you were to attract an agent to the company. Let's say you invite an agent to come on to EXP, then you earn more stock in the company. All this is building up. And I've got agents in my group with hundreds of thousands of dollars in stock in their career here with EXP so far, and they are loving it. The stories about what they're doing with that is just unbelievable. We've had people that paid off their house. We've had people that bought the dream car of their dreams. We had somebody that their kid went into the hospital and they needed to pay a deductible up front before surgery, and they cashed out their stock to get that money to do that. And they had a successful surgery because of that. There's a lot of stories out there of how building an asset with this platform really makes a huge difference. And if you're a broker owner coming from that world, the exponential amount of shares that you can earn from that is tremendous. And we can have a private conversation offline about how that could work. But that leads me to part three, which is the revenue share piece. Like a broker, we have the ability for you to override off of agents, but not just your agents, right? In a brokerage, if you own your own brokerage, you're overriding off the agents that you recruit into your company. Of course, that's anywhere, right? But you could also, with this platform, without risk, without liability, without overhead, you can override off of who they bring in, and they bring in, and they bring in multiple cities, multiple states, and multiple countries all around the world. That's a different game. So I've got some specialty charts. I can plug in numbers. I can even take your broker's numbers for last year, plug them into a chart I have, and give you what it would have been here. So please get with me offline, and I'll be happy to do that for you, show you what this can do. But we have agents that are earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in reoccurring income on this program by sharing it with a few agents, and they share it with a few agents, and they share it with a few. Now, here's another thing. We help on this. Most real estate agents are not recruiters. If you're a broker owner on here, you know how to talk to other agents and invite them into your company or your group. Here, you may be able to do that, but maybe your agents can't, or they can't. The agents that they bring on can't. That's where our group gets together and helps each other grow the business, because I have vested interest in you succeeding, them succeeding, and whoever they bring on. So let's work together on that, and I'll show you how the multiplication effect of that works tremendously in your favor as an asset building adventure. So the growth side of this has been tremendous. People come on and they're able to grow their business. They own it as well, building a community within this platform, letting them take on the risk and liability, and it frees up your day to do the income producing activities. The company is constantly innovating and providing the best of the best. If you're a broker owner trying to fight the innovation curve, it's expensive. And unless you have hundreds or thousands of agents, it can't be done effectively because it's so expensive. And you can have your freedom to run your business under this model, whether you're a broker owner, whether you're a top team, or whether you're individual agents. You can run it all under this model and get the same benefits of everybody else. That's the freedom of this. That's what I saw in this, to be able to help so many people. So with this platform, not only do our Grow Global group with VXP have all the tools and resources of VXP, of course, we also have our own overlay on top of this with weekly mastermind calls, with private events, coaching. We help people with graphics and designs, with attraction calls, onboarding, technology training. There's a lot of extra tools that we provide for the agents under this model. Now, if this is intriguing to you, all I'm asking is for you to get back with whoever invited you to see this video, whoever brought you to this website, to have a conversation with us. We just want to talk. May or may not be the right timing for you to do anything, but knowledge never hurts. I always took talks with other brokerages because I wanted to learn what they were doing. I want to learn how they're doing it. I wanted to become friends with other people. You never know when dynamics change. So we want to get to know you, understand what your brokerage is, where you want to go with it. Heck, maybe we can give you some advice on how to grow it where it is now, but you also may never know when it might be the right timing for you to make a shift in the industry. And having the knowledge ahead of time, being able to pull the trigger quickly, is priceless. So if you have an interest in learning more about this, if you want to have a conversation with me about how the numbers might look, then get back with the person that got you on this video, reach out to us, and we would love to get to know you more. Thanks a lot for taking your time, and hope to see you in the future.